What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another video. I hope you guys are doing great. Today is part 2 of the fuel injector replacement. Now I know that in the last video I mentioned that I would buy a new motor, but I found 8 fuel injectors from a LX460 with low mileage, so I ended up buying those. So now I'm back to finish this project. So this is the problem when you try to buy a used motor. So I found like 4 places. So every time I call them, they would tell me that the engine has between 55,000 to 65,000 miles. So okay, when you ask them, okay, what is the actual mileage on the motor? Oh, we don't have that information. And when you ask them that, well, do you have the VIN number of the car that you pull this motor out of? They were like, oh yeah, we don't have that information. So I don't get why you had a car, you took the motor of the car, but you can tag the VIN number. So with the VIN number, at least I could look it up and find out the exact mileage on the motor. So I found one place that had, I think they have like 4 LS460s. One of them was 58,000 miles and one of them was 60 something, and another one was 52 something thousand miles. So they send me pictures, videos, and the VIN numbers. I was going to buy one of these motors. Actually, the motors are still in the car. They told me that they don't put them up off the car unless someone pay for it. So I was gonna buy one until I want these injectors, and I was like, you know what, I'll just buy these injectors. So, and I'll see how it goes. So let me show you the injectors that I found. So this is all my fuel injectors are ready to go. This is all the direct injectors, and this is all the port injectors. Now these 4, this is the marked black one. So for these, the driver side is marked black and the passenger side is marked brown. What I mean by marked black and marked brown, as you can see, this right there, the O-ring is black, just like this old one. And then as you can see here, this is brown, just like this old one right here. Now this is what they supposed to look like, and this is when they're old like this. This is what they look like. For the port injectors, I cleaned them up, but 2 of them got messed up, so I had to buy 2 of them used from eBay. Now this is the most important part. When you buy these injectors, now it's okay to buy them used, but if you're gonna buy them used, you have to replace every O-rings, seals, and gasket, because if you reuse them, you're gonna have fuel leaks. Don't cut corners with these. Replace all the seals and all the gaskets. Now this is all the seals and part numbers that you're gonna need. For the direct injectors, the first one is this seal right here, and that's your part number. It's this one all the way down here, that one right there. Now the second one is this one right here, and that's the part number, and it's this O-ring right there. And the third one, which is the main one, is this big one right here, and this is your part number, and it's that one right there. And then lastly is this one up here, and that's the part number, and then is this one right on top. Now this one right here, that metal one, you don't need a new one, but I'll put the part number for you guys. You don't have to replace that one. And the last one, which is the insulator, the gasket, and this is what it looks like, and that's the part number right there. This one, let me show you where you install that one. This one goes right here. You see this gasket right there? That's where it sits. So to remove this, because it was sitting here for a while, so I added some drop of PB blaster there. Now don't spray that in here. Make sure you cover the hole so it doesn't get in there. Don't spray, just a little drop, and then let it sit there for about 10 minutes, and then grab a pick tool, and then we move it and then install the new one. Lastly, for these little O-ring, you're gonna need these. This is the part number right there. Now you're gonna need 16 of those, but if I were you, I would buy at least 22 of them. I bought 22 of them because, as you can see, I messed up like 4 of them. So for these, this is the tool that you're gonna need. I bought this from Rack Auto, but you can find it on eBay as well, and I'll put the link for you guys. At first I bought these from Amazon, but these are for the regular injectors. They're not for the direct injectors. So that's the tool that you need to install these. For the port injectors, this is an old one right here. You're gonna need this O-ring right there, and this is your part number, and this is what they look like old. And then you gonna need this gasket, 8 of them, and this is your part number right here. And to install the fuel injectors and the fuel wells, you need something like this. This thing works great. I will put the link for you guys, and you can buy this at the stores as well, because when you have brand new seals, it's gonna be hard to install these fuel injectors back on the fuel wells without this. You just gonna apply some around here and apply some in the fuel wells as well, or else you can actually damage the O-rings by trying to force them to go in the fuel well. So you'll do this for this one and these as well. Now let's go ahead and install the injectors back on the car. So let's start by installing the passenger side. This is gonna go like this. Be careful with it. Now we have to put all the bolts on. There's a total of 5 of them. And now we're gonna torque this to 15 foot-pounds. Now we're gonna install the passenger side and pretty much the same thing. All right, just like that, I install all the direct fuel injectors. So now the only thing we need to install is the port injectors, and then we'll be all set. We almost done with this video. We almost done. We are almost there. Let's go, baby. All right, let's do the passenger side first. This gonna go like this. These things can get on your way, make it a lot harder. All right, you just have to make sure that they sit there properly. And I should have done this first. Let's see. This go here. I'm gonna have to lift that up a little. So these were a little bit more annoying to install back because of this right here, but now that I installed them properly, we are going to torque this to 15 foot-pounds. All right, now we'll do the same thing for the driver's side. Almost there. Okay, just like that, I installed the direct injectors and the port injectors. Now I have to install these back in here, and same thing for here. All right, so I installed the fuel line back, this one right here and this one right there. The way you install this, you lift that up, you insert it, and then push this down. Same here, lift that up, push this in, and push this the top back down, and this should be it. I have to replace these fuel pipes, the feeders. Now this is the passenger side and this is the driver side, and this is the part number for the passenger side, and this is the part number for the driver side right here. Now these, what happen is when you remove these things, they crack the o-ring. So for me, I was gonna buy the o-rings and find out the whole thing is $35, but those 3 o-rings all together is $28. So you gonna buy 2 of each, so you almost up like $60, while this thing together with the whole thing, it's like $68 and stuff. But because I didn't pay full price for them, Lexus was having a sale. I I think I pay like 20 something dollars for each, so the whole bill was like 65 or something like that. So I figured that since all these they already rusty and all that, so I just grab new one. So let's go install these, and then we'll install the wire harnesses. So that's the old one right here. Let's get it out of the way. Remove it like this and install the new one. Alright, just like that. This is gonna go in there. It's gonna go right here. So to install this, use some O-ring lobes, because that part right here, they have brand new O-ring, so you don't want to force this in. So use some lube, and then this is our bolt, and these you are going to torque this to 7 foot-pounds. Okay, just like that, I am all done here. I took this down and then I passed the fuel line here. Now this is where it's gonna be, right here. So that one I'll finish it up later, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing here, and then we'll move on to the wire harnesses. Okay, so just like that, I am all set with these. I would say for those feeders for the pipe, that side is okay, but this side I would say install it first and then do the port injectors, or else you have to remove this part from the high pressure fuel pump so you can lift it a little bit to install this, because of this bracket right here that you have to install in the pipe, the feeder. And on this side, it's this one right here that you're gonna have to bolt it to here. Now that we are here, let me show you guys other stuff that I replaced. I replaced this fuel hose right there, and then this is the old one, and that's the part number. That's fuel hose number 1. Right here is fuel hose number 2, and this is the old one. This one is coming today. Actually, it's out for delivery. I will show the part number on the screen, but if I think it should be here before I'm done here, and I'll show you guys the part number. So easy. There's a clamp here, a clamp there. You just, oh my goodness, you just install it in this pipe right there, and that pipe down there on the high pressure fuel pump. What I was doing this, I got fuel hose number 2. This is the part number right here, and that's for this one. I already installed it. This is fuel hose number 3, and that's the part number right there, and this one goes here. I'll show these on camera. It's easy, same thing. There's a clip here, a clip there. You just remove it and install the new one. I replaced these because they look bad. They look not too good. So with me, I don't like to play that much with fuel. Now oil leak is one thing, but fuel leak, it's not something to play around with. It's dangerous, so that's why I buy all these. So let's replace this, and then last thing we'll do is install the harnesses. All right, just like that, this one is off. Now I have to transfer these clips to the new one so we can install it, and I'll clean here as well. So it's gonna go like this. Let me install this one first. Okay, just like that, this is all set. It's super windy out here. Now let's do the wire harness and we'll be all done. So just like that, it is the next day, and I made a mistake. About 6 months ago, I ordered these wire harnesses for the port injectors, and I mistakenly ordered two of the same side. So this is the passenger side, and that's the part number right here, wire engine number 6. But instead of order one for the passenger side and one for the driver side, I ordered two of the passenger side. And then what I was installing them, I realized that something was wrong on this side. That's when I realized that I ordered the same wire twice. So now this one is good, but this one, it is not. And if you want to know the part number for this side right here, that's the part number right there. Now that's the new part number. The old one is this one right there, the last one, and it's not that expensive. It's about $23 from Lexus. So that's where we are now. I already ordered it. It'll be here in 2 days, so I'll replace that one. I would say though, to install this is better to install the wire on the fuel well before you install the fuel well on the motor, because there's not enough space down here to plug it. So the best thing to do before you install the well back is to put the wire first, because yesterday I had to lift that one again just to install the wires. For the direct injectors, that's the part number for the main wire. That's wire engine number 5, and this is the old one. Now if you want to, you can just buy the head and replace it, but I had this directly from Japan. So if you buy this from Japan, it's $130 plus tax and shipping. So I paid around $155 for this. Here in the US, depends on where you live, it's $330 to $350. So we'll do this one when we're done with the valid plate. And then lastly is this fuel feeder number 3, and this one looks good, but I ordered a new one because of all the rust and stuff. But I don't think you really need a no one. That's just me. And this one is the high pressure fuel pump sensor. These things took a bad around 200,000 miles, so I figured that I just order a new one. It's very expensive. It's about $210 here in the US, but if you buy this from Japan, it's like $50, and that's what I did. And then lastly is the NOx sensors. Now I test them, they work, but because they were sitting here in coolant for a long time, I decided to order new one. Again, they're expensive. It's about $140 each here in the US, but if you buy it from Japan, it's about $41, something like that. And then these two we won't do until we're done with the valve plate. So I am all done for today. This is how you install the port injectors and the direct injectors on Lexus GS460 LS. And for the fuel injectors, it's the same process with ISF or any 2UR-GSE car like RCF and ASF. But for the port injectors, it's different because in those cars, the port injectors is part of the intake manifold. But for this car in the LS, it's not. So this is it for today. It's been a long day and super windy, and I'll see you guys on the next one. The next video might be this seat right here. As you can see, I already started a video on them. I ordered the seat covers, the leather, so I'm just waiting on them. All right. Other than that, you have a good night, good afternoon. Take care, and I will see you guys in the next one.